Okay, here we are at the oven or the stove, and I'm going to show you how to put together the curry sauce. So you have the curry paste. This curry that we've talked about already is that it's a mixture of spices, and they've been blended, different kinds of things. Like for example, the yellow curry paste is garlic, lemongrass, shallot, salt, red chilies, coriander, kaffir, lime leaves, curry powder, cumin, cinnamon, turmeric, cardamom, nutmeg. So it's, like I said, it's all kinds of parts of plants that are used for spices and seasonings that people have put together and made different combinations. Now, this particular curry that I'm making is from Thailand. There are all kinds of curries from all over the world. So if you have Japanese curry will be different than Chinese curry, will be different than Thai curry. So what I'm going to do right now is I need to have a little bit of oil to sweat these vegetables just like I sweat the vegetables from the soup that we made the other day. So I'm going to so I'm going to actually do this two ways so you can sort of see a couple ways that this will go. First, I have a skillet back here that I'll make one type of curry, and then I have another skillet over here where I'm going to make a second type, just so you can see a couple variations. For the first one, I need some oil, so I'm going to use my olive oil because that's my go-to. You can always use any type of oil, whether it's from plant or from an animal, any kind of oil you want. And I'm going to take a tablespoon of my spice. So this one is going to be the yellow curry. So I'm going to take a tablespoon of yellow curry. I reached down in here and I gave you a little bit more than a tablespoon on purpose. 1 level tablespoon of curry powder, of this curry paste, will make it medium in temperature. So please ask the people who in your home are going to be eating this and let them have, whoever has the least heat tolerance, please make it for them. You can always make it spicier, but you can't make things less spicy. So I'm going to put a tablespoon. So you actually, depending on how you measure it, you probably have enough to make it up to hot or even medium hot. Okay. For the second, so what I'm going to do is I've got my oil going here, and I'm going to just spin this, sort of put this in, and let these vegetables that are in the curry paste start to sweat. I want it so that I start smelling them and they start getting aromatic. So I'm going to just let those be for just a minute. Okay. While that's cooking, over on this one, I'm going to use a different kind of fat. I am going to open up a can of coconut milk. And when I open up the coconut milk, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit while I'm getting ready. It's going to be a little bit different because when you take the can, the lid off the can, you're going to find that just inside the can is a very thick, this is the coconut cream that rises to the top. Just like cream rises to the top of cow's milk, cream rises to the top of other milks as well. And that is fat. And so so instead of using olive oil, I'm going to use the coconut cream as my fat for this particular one. So we're going to use two different types. If you have coconut milk, this will work. If you don't have coconut milk, you can use the first method that I was using. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to put in my tablespoon of curry powder. I wish there was smell-o-vision because this is smelling so good right now between the curry and the coconut milk and all the good stuff and the onions and the stuff. So I'm putting my tablespoon of curry paste in here to get my medium curry. And I'm stirring that around. And I'm just going to stir that until it has a chance, like I said, to start to become fragrant and to start sweating in that fat. So I have yellow curry sweating in olive oil. I have green curry sweating in coconut cream right here. Then once I have that, I am going to stir just a little bit, make sure it's nice and fragrant, as I said. And you can either use soy sauce. If you don't have a lot of soy sauce at home, you can always get the packets from the little Chinese restaurant. They usually will give them to you for free if you need. So you can use, you want about a tablespoon. Now I'm measuring it this time to show you. When I'm making it for myself, honestly, I don't measure it. I just sort of throw in. I'm going to stir that in. The soy sauce acts as like the same as a or what do I want to say? Sorry, I need to get this in here quickly. It acts like salt and pepper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some rice milk, about 2 cups of rice milk, and I'm just going to let that come together, and I'm going to let that simmer. So right now I've sweated my curry paste, I've added soy sauce, and now I've added 2 cups of rice milk. You could use regular milk, rice milk, soy milk, whatever you have. I just happen to have unsweetened rice milk, so that's what I'm using. Over here with my coconut milk, I'm going to pour the milk now, not the cream, but if you notice it's much thinner than my cream was. And I'm going to pour that, and again, about 2 cups worth of coconut milk into my pan. So, the curry paste is now going to simmer for just a minute. I used 2 combinations for you, so I don't want it to be confusing, so I'm just going to review very quickly. This one was olive oil, my curry paste. I added soy sauce to season it like I would use salt and pepper, and then I used rice milk over the top so that I've got that as an option. This one, I used, instead of olive oil, I used the coconut cream for my fat. I sweated my green curry in this one, and then I am going to, oh, I forgot to season it. Not too late. For this one, I'm actually going to use fish sauce. There is no fish in fish sauce. What it is it's the, they use salt to help preserve some of their fish dishes. Excuse me, it doesn't want to open. Sorry. This is when you always want right there. And I'm going to just put in about 2 tablespoons. When you walk into a Thai restaurant and you smell, there's a different kind of a smell. I love it. It took me a couple times to get used to it, but that is actually fish sauce, because instead of using salt and pepper or soy sauce, they use fish sauce. And it's, like I said, it's just salt. It's just a way to season it, and it has sort of a umami kind of all flavor. Anyway, it's just interesting. I love it. So now that I've got these 2 sauces, I'm going to bring these sauces to a boil and wipe up some of my splatters here. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to put the vegetables that I prepared into my sauces. So whether I have this lighter sauce or I have my thicker sauce, it really doesn't matter. And I'm going to, if I were stir-frying my vegetables, I would want to have them divided by, I would want to cook the ones that take longest first. But because this sauce all will cook about the same, I'm going to go ahead and put my onion and my carrot and my potato in my sauce, and then I'm just going to let those simmer for about 20 minutes. So the potatoes, the starch in the potato is actually going to cause the sauce to thicken up a bit, and I'm just going to put some over in this guy too so you can see the difference. And so same vegetables. Now if you wanted to, you can put, instead of the potatoes, this is also a good thing to use leftovers. You can use cooked meats, like leftover chicken, or you can use leftover hard-boiled eggs or pork or beef or pretty much anything you want. And what I'm doing is I'm now going to just start doing that together. So just a couple quick reviews. So the word curry doesn't mean a specific spice. It means a combination of spices. It's a way to make a sauce to season vegetables and other things. There are curries around the world, and curries from India are different than the ones from Thailand, are different than the ones from China, are different than the ones from Japan. I can put anything into a curry sauce that I want. Fruits. I actually, like, most of the time I don't put, I guess I could put tomatoes, which are by definition a fruit. But most of the time I like to put a little bit harder vegetables, and now what I'm going to do is just allow these to cook like a stew. If you want to put just your onion in and eat this sauce just with curried onions, it's very good that way. So you know how to do hard-cooked eggs now, so you could have that if you want to. And as I said, I'm going to let these simmer for about 20 minutes, and I'll come back and let you see what they look like.